A day late and a dollar short type shit. Welcome back, 6-7 to Triple Nexus Podcast, episode 30, milestone type fucking shit. I'm Nerd Daddy, that's Burns, that's ND, you know how it is. Sorry we're a day late. You know, we got shit to do in our lives, bro. Like, fuck all y'all. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. No, I'm just kidding.
Unfortunately, we don't live on the internet, except Nerd King.
Yo, I'll kiss you, bro. I'll kiss you, bro, for real. Nah, speaking of living on the internet. So, One Piece Chapter 1157 came out. Now, I'm gonna get real loud! One Piece Chapter 1157 came out last week. And there have been a lot of memes coming out about One Piece Chapter 1157. Particularly a meme I saw trending over Twitter was the fact that the One Piece... This is spoilers for the chapter, by the way. The One Piece is Shakky's panties. Shakky's underwear. A lot of people are making jokes that God Valley was basically the Simp Wars, that the entire One Piece lore over the past 800 years was because of simps, that Joy Boy and Emu got into a simp off. ND, I saw you post multiple videos about it. I want to ask you your opinion first, bro. So what do you think the One Piece Shakky's panties, what do you think about the setup of God Valley right now?
Genuinely and unironically, I think it might be. And the reason why I say that is because Oda always does this thing where he purposely does what the audience does not want to see. He literally said that he did Gear 5 because he knew people would not like it. He said that he purposely made it not an angry, edgy transformation like Super Saiyan and like the Naruto fucking Kurama shit and like the Ichigo Bastalorde because he knew people wouldn't like it. He always does this weird thing where he constantly reminds the audience, this is a comedy series and it's not that serious. Every time we expect some like super crazy, deep, intense, angry, hype shit, he just like does the literal opposite of it. And it's like, it sounds goofy, but again, every single theory that I thought was stupid ended up coming true. So like, at the end of the day, is it really that stupid? Like we're reading a series where like the fucking villains in Dressrosa were turning people into toys. Like, so there is definitely a way that he can find a way to turn fucking Shakky's underwear into something like, you know, especially considering the fact that like the whole thing with her being the fucking treasure of that everybody wanted.
The crown jewel of Hachinosu.
Of Hachinosu, exactly. Yeah. The whole thing with like everybody simping for her. We got Rock simping for her. Edward simping for her. We got Roger simping for her. Like it's like it unironically might be that like she got captured or something, and then they went to go and save her at God Valley. Like that might genuinely be the case. And we know that everything in this series is very cyclical. So, like, if it happened, then the odds that it's related to, like, the stuff in the Void Century could very well be a simp war between Joy Boy, Lily, and a fucking Emu. And then it could very well be a fucking simp war between Teach, Luffy, and fucking, I don't know, Hancock or Vivi or some shit. Like, it's very, like, you laugh at it and you say it's a joke, but it is very, very possible.
So no, I'll give my thoughts in a second. Burns, I want to ask about your thoughts.
I didn't know we were actually taking this like serious. I thought it was all a meme. I didn't expect to hear that like.
I thought the Shanks twin brother theory was just a meme, and then it came true.
Bro, I was against that till it came out. I was on my account coping so hard, being like, nah, it's a clone, trust, it's not a twin brother. There cannot be a way for everybody to be right about the same fucking thing. And everybody was, and it low-key pissed me off. But Burns, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like Shanks, a pivotal character having a secret twin brother is a lot different than the One Piece, the treasure of the planet, and basically the entire fan base being undergarments.
No, but like the thing is, it's not about
unironic sense.
No. It's not about what it is. It's about the like he can still make. It's about the role that it plays in the story. He can still find a way to make it work, right?
If it was just a battle over some simp stuff, I don't feel like that's significant enough. So what would be the significance of these undergarments as being the One Piece?
All right.
That's what I mean. Like
it could be like
what does it symbolize?
I don't know, but I mean, they did say that when Roger saw the One Piece, he laughed. So he laughed because he spent his whole life looking for fucking dirty, fucking shit-stained, fucking pussy excrement stain.
All right.
No. He wasted his whole life on that bullshit.
Hold on. All right. First of all, the One Piece is not Shakky's panties. Let's just get that out of the way. It has more to do with the fact that Shakky was the center of God Valley. That's what the whole meme is. Second of all, I want to hear nothing from the entire internet when the lore First of all, we've been talking about it over the past 4 weeks if God Valley is going to happen or whatever for every. I'm 100% convinced we are getting the whole lore of God. Like everything that's going to be shown about God Valley is going to be shown within this flashback. I'm 1,000% convinced with how deep it's being put into. There's no way we're going to get all the events of God Valley, then we're going to skip over it. No, we will see the God Valley flashback. Number 2, I want to see. Nobody on planet Earth who is shitting on this chapter take back their motherfucking words when Oda drops the literal flashback of all flashbacks with God Valley. I want to hear nothing of it. Because
then it comes up and is a complete simpor, and it just feels like we just wasted the last.
Shakky is going to 1,000% be part of the reason why the Rocks Pirates went to God Valley. 1,000%. As soon as I saw the chapter, and as soon as I saw them call that Booty Shakky cheeks. Was the treasure Pachinosu or the crown jewel Pachinosu, absolutely. It is so much more than just Shakky. I said it in a TikTok video. People are so focused on the fact that that Shakky was the crown jewel of Pachinosu that everybody's skipping over the final panel of that chapter. What was the final panel? The world government asking Harold to kill Rocks. It is Shakky being used as that factor. So what's King Harold going to do? Because we're both on the same thing, was he's going to use Shakky, kidnap Shakky, and bring her to the world government so that they could set up that whole trap. It's not about Shakky. It's about the fact that Rocks is the man that they are literally asking the king of Elbaf to murder because he's so strong and went up to Emu to press Emu. Are we kidding? It's that. It's the fact that there's two devil... You gotta think about all of the lore that's being placed. The 2 devil fruits, one from Elbaf, the other legendary devil fruit that Rocks wanted. Then we have the 5 devil fruits that are being, or I think it's 6, on God Valley that were being offered as presents. It's also there that Garling, who was on God Valley, just became one of the Gorosei. It's all of these people's plans and everything being implemented. Shakky is going to be
Garling
taken.
Went there to sim for Shakky as well.
No! Shakky is going to be taken, and they're going to try to use her to kidnap the Rocks Pirates, but there's more. Shiki was talking about a devil fruit when the whole crew's pulled up, because they're talking about a devil fruit that's there. It's going to be some sort of war with King Harold, or knowing that King Harold betrayed Rocks in order to get his seat on the world government. There is more cooking that's going to happen, and everybody's so fucking focused on Shakky. It's the classic, let's bait the attention away so that when I slam the lore on the table, nobody's going to be expecting it because everybody's making memes about Shakky's panties right now. He does that all the time. It's let's guard this series with comedy on the center so that when we take off that comedic layer, it's this actual insane lore world building story about oppression and the world government constantly oppressing people. It's not a seriousness on the top, take it off, and the comedy's underneath. It's the opposite. I'm telling you, it's a bait and switch. I'm telling you. And if I'm wrong, I'll quit content. If I'm wrong, I'll quit. I promise you. I'll quit.
Whereas I agree with what you're saying, I feel like it's a little bit of cope. Because, yes, I agree that Harold is going to play a role in getting Rocks killed. Yes, I agree he's going to betray him. Yes, I agree it's going to be like a whole thing of him trying to get with the world government so he betrays Rocks, even though it's not really a betrayal because they were never really on the same team anyway. But regardless, he's going to play a role in Rocks dying, and then Loki is going to spaz out and kill Harold for killing Rocks. Yes, I agree that all of this is going to happen. But at the same time, you stop trying to take away the fact that this is a simpor, dude. You're trying to
It's a simpor, but there's more. It's a simpor, but there's more. Also, I don't mind that the whole thing, do you know how many fucking wars were started over that same shit, bro? Do you know, this is a dude who takes from every mythology on the entire world, and literally it's a story of Helen of Troy. That's literally it. It's the Trojan War. That's what we're seeing of God Valley. She's right there. That's what it is. Anime fans just don't Anime fans are like gooners in their fucking basement, bro. They don't understand anything. So everybody's like, oh no, women can't be center of anything. Not at all.
No, they can, but I feel like you're coping hella hard by trying to compare it to the Trojan War.
I'm not!
I think you are. You're coping so hard.
What is fucking Elbaf? Elbaf is so based off of Greek and Norse mythology, a combination.
Yes, but it would make sense if it was I don't know. Like, the only way that it would be like a parallel to the Trojan War if it was like King Harold's wife being taken by rocks, and then the God Valley incident is them fighting over his wife. I mean, the whole thing with the Trojan War was that Paris took Agamemnon's wife Helen, because what's his name, Aphrodite promised him like he had one promise from the gods who were having like a competition, and he said that he wants to make Helen fall in love with him. So Helen left to go with Paris, and then the king Agamemnon got pissed off, so he sent them to war to go get his wife back, and then Paris was like, no, you're not getting shit back, and then that's what the whole war was about. Like, I feel like what I'm seeing right now, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Here's this girl from a different pirate crew, and everybody wants her, but she doesn't want any of them.
Like, yes, no, absolutely. But we also have there's 4 more years of lore from the time Shakky got onto Hachinosu till the start of God Valley. There's literally 4 more years worth of lore in order to get to that point. We have no idea. That's my point, is that everybody's prejudging this event, and we have no idea the lore that's going to be like put inside of One Piece before God Valley starts, or how Shakky's going to be used in order to initiate like what happened with God Valley. We also know that Roger was there, and he said something along the lines of, it's been a year. Was he talking about Shakky? Was he talking about the Rocks Pirates? What happened before that? There's so much lore that has been mentioned before, and that is going to be mentioned leading up to the events of God Valley. Everybody's writing it off as it's just a Simpor, and my point is we don't know enough, and this is, again, a man who's like the world building and lore of One Piece is so fucking deep. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be more. It's going to be more than just simp. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. She was on the island for 4 years. Did Shakky actually become a member of the Rocks Pirates? Like, what happened? And did we not know about it? Did nobody say anything about it? Like, because of what happened with God Valley? Like, that's my thing. Was she kidnapped by the world government? Like, how Boa Hancock was kidnapped by the world government. Right. What the fuck? That my point is just there's too much lore to know, and everybody always does this where they hop on the hate train way too early before knowing like the full. And I'm telling you, it's the same people who are like, Goon Piece, this shit sucks. We're gonna turn around and be like, oh my god, this is so peak. God Valley is so peak. The lore is so peak. And I want to hear. My point is, I just want to hear none of it. There's too little to know in order to make a full base judgment and be like, this sucks already.
But you can't. Okay, at the very least, you cannot deny the fact that finding out that the king of the pirates and the previous king of the pirates and Newgate and everybody who was all hyped up are a whole bunch of scrubs who are simping for some random. Like, you cannot. They're
not scrubs. They're not scrubs for being simps, bro.
You cannot deny the fact that when you saw that shit hurt your soul.
It didn't. It didn't hurt. I didn't feel one way or another about it. I was just like, all right, this is a part of the story because there's cooking to be had. Again, we're in the middle of a Loki rock. We're in the middle of a Loki Herald flashback, and they turn around and said the Kuja pirates were the people who we're talking about rocks. We're talking about they literally said this is the Rocks Pirates era.
It would be one thing if you had like Hancock's like devil fruit, and that's the reason why it was affecting them. But just because like this. Oh, she's just so pretty, and that's why they're all just fucking. Roger's ready to fucking forfeit his whole crew over like mid. Like, come on.
over mid is crazy. Roger was ready, dude. Roger was ready to fucking throw hands. Yeah, but then doesn't it add a little bit more layer that it's just her? Like, it's just not like it's just this person. It's not a devil fruit making everybody do this. It's just her.
No, because the influence. Because I don't know. Because I feel like I would be able to cope better if it was like, oh, it was a devil fruit ability. But if it's just like, oh, this woman who is just pretty and that's it, like,
and
I don't know.
nothing else to it. Everyone just wants her.
It just is how it is. Like a group of pirates fucking lusting over women, like that's. But one of the most realistic things that pirates have done in that story.
Do you think there would be a deeper connection, or do you think it's going to be surface level? Like,
I think there's going to be.
If you think it's going to be deeper, then what are you thinking?
And just because, like, to be honest, just because it makes sense doesn't mean like I have to like it. Like, dude,
no, of course, I don't think
that's true. That's true. Something can make sense and still be stupid.
Right.
Absolutely, 1000%. I just think there's more cooking to be had. And I think God Valley's gonna they the having mentioning God Valley like 400 chapters ago, and having this connect to like Loki and Herald at this point with this lore that we've seen set up, where we're going back to Emu versus Luffy on Elbap Island. Like that's what's waiting for us after this flashback is over. There's so much deeper lore that's going to be had there, rather than just Rox is a simp and when to go get Shakky back because he's a simp. This is the man who pulled up on the throne room with a gun cocked on his knee, bro, and looked at Emu and said, "I'll be back. Like, this is my throne." Do we really think?
And then left to go simp immediately afterwards.
Ah! No, he didn't! No! Do we really think that that's what's gonna fucking happen? He literally was at the throne room.
Okay, so why do you think? Okay, so then why do you think he went to God Valley then? If it's not just for the simping stuff.
If there's other reasons, then it's the devil fruits that he wanted. They either might have kidnapped Elbaf devil fruit. He might have gotten the legendary devil fruit. That was also part of the things that were kidnapped because Shakky talked about that. If obviously Shakky had something to do with it. I said that as soon as it came out that King Harold used her to kidnap whatever. I think Rox might have found out about that and went to go throw hands with the entire world government because of what happened with Harold and all that. I think he literally could have went there and been like, you know what, this is the time to destroy everything. Like, this is the time to try to murk everybody at this point. Like, just straight up throwing hands. Like, could be time for my revenge because you did this. You snuck. It could be less about Shakky and more about the fact that you snuck onto Pirate Island, like, and did this underhanded, dirty trick in order to get me to go. So I'm gonna give you what you want, but I'm gonna kill everybody while I'm here. Like, it's Rox. It's Rox who we're talking about. The man who literally went Davy back fight in order to pull his crew, every single one, to throw the hands. And they went and snuck under him in order to steal Shakky to get him to pull up to God Valley and lay a trap. If he finds out the world government was working like that and to go behind his back and get Harold on their side, this man's is going to be on demon time, bro. There is more. Shakky's the layer. Shakky's the first layer, but there's more to it. There's more characterization to be had.
You say that for everybody. You say that for everybody and everything.
What do you mean?
Everything could have more characterization or more deeper meaning.
Exactly. Yes, but this isn't gonna be like me finding the deeper meaning. If Rox is like, we have to get Shakky back, and he never finds out it was King Harold who betrayed him, and he just goes with hard eyes, and he's slaying Marines with hard eyes, and then he fights Roger and Garth with hard eyes, and it's like, no, I need to get to Shakky, that's my love. Then I'll be like, this shit's fucking ass. That's not the characterization. I'm talking about the actual blatant characterization, like, that's there, that's part of the story, not just me like Kobe. I'm telling you, there's more to be.
It's not Cope.
I'm telling you, there's more to be had. And if I'm wrong, we'll find a punishment for me to do.
I mean,
I'll gladly do a
regardless,
punishment on fucking
regardless,
stream,
you're gonna eat it up, so it doesn't really matter.
I'm not. I'm telling you, if Rox pulls up with just hard eyes and there's nothing else at all, no devil fruit that he wants, no get back against the world government, no Emu's gonna be there, so I'm gonna be there. If it's just Shakky got kidnapped, I love her and she'll never love me back, but I'll go there for her. And he's going there on the ship, on the fucking bow of the ship with hard eyes. I will get on here and say that shit is fucking ass. I will fully say that shit is ass.
But that would mean that it's subverting expectations. It's subverting what you would thought had happened.
I don't care. That's ass. That's ass. That's ass. That's cheeks. It doesn't. I don't care if it subverts expectations. Fucking the latest One Piece episode subverted my expectations with the cheeks fucking framework that they did with.
Oh my god, you're one of those.
With Bonnie fucking Luffy fucking flying up. That shit was ass.
Yeah, I saw everybody complaining about that, comparing it to the
y'all
manga.
sound like the fucking My Hero Academia niggas crying about the fucking blue sky.
Oh yeah!
Hold on.
Oh my.
Hold on! I can't! Hold the fuck on, Andy! Shut the fuck up! I can't complain about One Piece! I can't glaze about One Piece! What the fuck am I supposed to do with One Piece?
I'm gonna what y'all sound like.
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Can you believe? Oh my god! Can you believe My Hero Academia is so ass? They made the sky blue. Like that's exactly what y'all fucking sound like.
What are you talking about?
Oh my god! They drew the fucking panel of Luffy, Gear 5, and Bonnie exactly the way it was in the manga. Oh my god, can you believe
No, it's not about drawing it exactly the way it was in the manga. That was ass. He jumped in the sky and they had for 5 seconds oh my god, he hit the post, he was like down here, and then they showed him going up and he was just frozen like this. And then they zoomed down and he was in the same pose. It was so fucking bad.
Are we allowed to show it?
No, it doesn't matter. I can show it. It was fucking...
But type in comparison. Pull up a photo that shows both versions.
Compared to
what
One Piece...
I have a photo that shows both versions, bro. I'm gonna send it into the group chat right now.
Hold on.
I'm literally gonna make a video cooking your dumbass right
Jamie,
now.
pull up that clip.
Bonnie sees Luffy Gear 5.
For the audience.
This was so cheeks. This was so cheeks. This was so fucking cheeks.
So I'm actually about to cook all those people. Everybody saying it was cheeks, bro.
I mean, if it looks cheeks.
Hold on, I want to see it. It literally was. I don't care if it's a 1-to-1 fucking panel. Also, I like the paneling more.
I mean, I feel like if
it's
it's 1-to-1, there's not too much to compare.
Because you always say that. Oh, why are they always changing stuff and not doing what's in the manga? And then when they do it, y'all are still crying.
No! Because fucking, I love when Toei takes, like, the Luffy versus Kizaru fight. Like, half of that shit was not, no, 90% of that shit wasn't in the manga. I like when Toei does that. That was fucking ass. What happened?
Yeah, that's like a one.
I don't care about the...
Did you put less background? Is that all it is?
No!
That's basically all it is. There's just a couple of trees and an extra building. There's one tree and an extra building.
It's about the lead up to it, bro. It's about the lead up to it, bro. It's about the lead up to it. They're just showing the opening. Hold on. It's so fucking bad. It's so... I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. Hold on. I'm trying to find it. I might have to put... Oh, no.
POV, you get exactly what you read. You get exactly what you asked for.
No! Luffy Gear 5.
I feel like all anybody wants is a 1-to-1 of the manga, and we got a 1-to-1 of the manga, and it's a problem.
You're seeing the anime fans are like One Piece haters are always complaining about everything. Meanwhile, him.
When do I ever complain about One Piece?
No, it's funny because you say that One Piece haters are always complaining about everything, and then this is literally you complaining.
But when do I complain? That's my thing. Is when do I complain about One Piece? Am I not allowed to not like this? I don't understand. I glaze too much with the story of fucking rocks, and then I turn around here and I say this shit's fucking ass.
I just think it's ironic because when I was saying that I don't like stuff, y'all was cooking me, and now y'all are doing the exact same shit.
You're not allowed to not like it. It depends. You're allowed to not like the fact that Shakky's involved in God Valley. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm saying wait because there's gonna be more lore.
You don't like it because they adapted the manga the way it was supposed to be.
No! Oh my god, it's not about the fucking... I'll show you.
You don't care about being manga accurate. That's what it is.
No, I just care about the lead up to it. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Bro prefers manga inaccurate.
No! Oh my god, bro.
Bro prefers filler.
I'm gonna freak the fuck out.
Do not show, bro.
I care about the... I'm showing you. I'm literally showing right now. I literally care. You'll see. No, you'll see. Alright, let's fucking watch this.
Got like 5 seconds for a good DMCA claim.
Bonnie, やはり気づいておらんかったのか。私もこの目で見て確信できた。クマは目をかけた。あの麦わらのルフィこそ太陽の神。
What's wrong with it?
Cheeks. What's wrong with it?
What is wrong with it?
Cheeks. For that moment,
I think it's because you don't feel it.
I cut out 2 minutes. I literally cut out 2 minutes of like the fucking buildings bouncing before that. And the fact that
that's like classic.
They've already shown Gear 5 so many times at this point. Like, why do they need to?
Because that moment is the entire flashback. That moment is what the entire flashback is about. That moment is literally Bonnie survived because of Gear 5. We can wait. Yes, no. That somebody in chat said. Now look at the opening. I'll show you the opening and what they did for the fucking opening.
Because it's an opening.
But
they can do it for the opening, but they can't do it for this shit.
How come they have fucking Madara breakdancing in the fucking silhouette opening, but they don't have it in the actual show?
I'll show you two more clips. I'll show you 2 more clips. 2 more clips. I'll show you 2 more. Hold on. This is the one, and then I'll show you after. Like, even just the texturization of that is 1,000% better. Just even right there.
The exact same thing with an orange filter.
That's so much better. 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 That's so much better.
Would they? So boom. So it's during the daytime, during the scene, and they would randomly just change it to an orange filter.
Literally, just fire. Like
for that 2 seconds, they change it back.
Like, a building? No, just like fire. Something's on fire. It could be orange because something's on fire.
The whole sky
They did that shit with Rob Lucci, bro. That's what was in the background for Rob Lucci versus Luffy. The whole fight, it looked like that. The background looked like that. The entire fight. And watch this. I'll show you again the Luffy transforming into Gear 5 for the first time on Wano. Ready? Let's just look at this. Luffy transforms Gear 5 first time.
Never in my life did I think that Nerd King would be the toxic One Piece fan in question.
I'm not toxic!
Why would you ever not think that? I'm so confusing. Why are we rewatching Gear 5 to be exact?
Because hold on.
Giving me flashbacks.
Oh my god, can you believe that the first time they show Gear 5 is more cinematic than the 47th time they show it?
I can't. You guys are being dense on purpose. You guys are doing this shit on purpose right now. You guys are being dense on purpose. Oh my god. Hold on. No, hold on. Give me a sec. I think it's when I want to see when he does the thing.
Nerd King, it's okay. You're just the toxic fan.
No, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. I probably have to go on Crunchyroll again. Hold on. Give me a second.
Same guy before who was saying I was always hating, by the way.
Who's saying what?
Same guy who was before saying that I'm always hating, by the way.
When am I hating? When do I ever hate One Piece? You're rage baiting the fuck out of me right now, and it's working so hard. Oh my god, bro.
I'm literally not. I'm literally just saying the literal truth. I'm not even lying to you. I'm just saying the literal truth.
Hold on, move this PT tape. Gear 5. Alright, let's look at this. Watch. You'll see exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
You got a perfect adaptation and still found a reason to cry.
It's not a perfect adaptation. What are we talking about? The One Piece toei animation is like a 5 out of 10. Altogether, it's like a 4 out of 10. I'll talk about that after. You guys are fucking killing me. Hold on. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is the moment I'm talking about.
The warrior of liberation, or as others called him, Nika, the sun god.
Like that. Like that. The build-up, like the lighting, the shading, the actual, like, making him a moving character when he's up in the sky in order to have that pose. Like, they even showed his mouth moving for 2 seconds. Like,
because that was in the panel, and it wasn't in the other panel.
It was not in the panel. It was not in the panel. It was not in the panel. Okay, bet.
It was not.
It was not in the panel at all. That was not in the panel at all. The 5 Elder. I know exactly what fucking panel. Talking about Gear 5. Images.
Dude, it's okay. You're a yapper, but it's fine.
I'm not yapping! Hold on.
Need a freeze frame every time Gear 5 activates.
It's okay. You want to get the views. You want to run up those numbers.
There's no views!
I'm not even hating. Like, I understand. Like, Rage Bait gets views. I understand. But, like, let's stop.
It's okay.
Okay, the close-up was definitely in a panel, for sure.
Exactly! Yeah.
But they could have done the same fucking thing.
You're just a hater, bro.
I'm not a hater. I promise you, I'm not a fucking hater. I'm not a hater. That was better. That was so much better than the time with Bonnie Gear 5. What pisses me off...
Because, of course, the first time they show it, it's going to be better than the 14th time they show it.
That they just spent so much time on a flashback with Bonnie and Kuma. That flashback, the whole point was not only Kuma's backstory, but to show also Bonnie's connection with Gear 5. This is Bonnie's first time seeing Gear 5 ever. She did not know Luffy was this person. That's the entire reason why she's alive, was because Kuma kept on telling her to pray to this person in order to liberate them. Bonnie seeing that for the first time, not only that, but she transforms into that later on into the story. We're going to see that. I'm talking about the fact...
Okay, Nerd King. Is it true that that scene is a one-to-one adaptation for the manga?
No, that's not.
It's not. Why?
No. Because they added the fucking buildings dancing around fucking everywhere for 2 minutes beforehand.
Is it true that what you are complaining about is that the way that Gear 5 was portrayed in that panel, and you said that
no, I like
I
like the paneling better. 100%. I like the paneling better.
Okay, but if they adapted what was in the manga, and you're saying that it wasn't cinematic enough.
No, it wasn't cinematic enough.
Okay, but at the end of the day, that's how it was drawn in the manga. So if Oda wants the story to be like that,
you can draw. If I'm creating an anime,
Oda wants it to be like that, and you're saying that you don't like it. Okay, so make your own story. Like,
if I'm creating an anime adaptation, can I not just put every single panel into the anime adaptation with just hearing the character speak, nobody moving whatsoever, and then you just show it from the same exact panel? You just show it panel to panel, frame to frame. But that's exactly what they wanted. That's exactly what they wanted. That's exactly
not animation.
Exactly. Why am I watching an anime adaptation if I can just read it? What's the point of an anime adaptation?
For it to be animated.
Exactly. So if I'm watching him move like it's a manga panel, I could just go read the fucking manga panel.
But it was animated.
Yes, it was animated. I'm saying it did not look good. That shit was not the cinematic fucking hype moment.
Showed the scene from the opening, which was the exact same thing.
It wasn't.
Filter, and then said that the opening was better because it was orange. What are you even saying right now?
I like the lighting better in the opening. I like the way that the characters were moving more in the opening.
But so
I did not like the fact that they literally just had Luffy focused on the bouncing buildings.
Because they were doing exposition. What are they gonna do during exposition? You want to just see Vegapunk just sitting there talking?
No, I want a better adaptation where they're not adapting one fucking chapter an episode, so I don't have to watch Luffy bounce on fucking buildings for 5 minutes.
They were doing the exposition, and they had to show some type of visual while doing the exposition.
Yes, they had to
what
show
would you
some.
Prefer?
They had to show some type of visual.
I
would have not preferred. I would have just preferred him to go. If you see Vegapunk talking, Luffy bounce off the building and then jump up and be like moving while he was jumping up with a more cinematic fucking background.
Okay,
like
and moving while Vegapunk is saying like fucking 3 paragraphs worth of shit. So he's just like standing there in a slow motion freeze frame while Vegapunk is just talking. That's what you.
No, not in a slow motion freeze frame. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. I just did not like what was shown. I'm not a hater. I didn't. When do I ever fucking hate on One Piece?
Right now.
The one time! I'm hating on the adaptation. The adaptation fucking sucks. Toei's adaptation is bad.
Yo, y'all always do this shit where when there's something you don't like, you just start saying Toei.
What the fuck are you talking about?
And you don't like it, you just have to cope. Like, I don't know what it's...
I don't know. I don't like Toei's adaptation. It's bad. Andy, what the fuck are you saying?
You are saying that this is so ridiculous. What you're complaining about is that they adapted what was in the panel, and you're saying that you don't like it.
No! Oh my god! I'm complaining about the pacing. I'm complaining about the...
You don't like it because there was an orange filter in the opening, and there wasn't an orange filter in the episode.
No! Oh my god! The characters were too static. It looked literally like it was just a manga page moving. People shit on T-Bay for that. People shit on Blue Left for that.
Was he bouncing off the buildings? Was he bouncing off the buildings?
Yes, and they showed buildings bouncing for 4 minutes before that. I had to watch Luffy transform.
So buildings are bouncing. How's it static?
It's not static at that point. Static when Luffy was in the air. You literally had so much motion and movement around the buildings bouncing that I had to watch for 4 minutes.
The point is that
bad
Luffy
pacing.
Is doing the Nika pose.
Yes, and that was not. That was not.
You do a pose while also being fucking flamboyant as shit.
He's flying through the air doing the fucking pose like he's an arch for literally 10 seconds. I did not like that. I did not like it. I don't like Toei's anime adaptation. I don't. I like it when they do the good moments for 2 minutes. It's literally a chapter an episode, a chapter a fucking episode. That shit is ass. Go seasonal!
And then if
Everyone
they go
wants to get
seasonal, then One Piece falls off, and y'all start losing money.
It doesn't
and
fall
then y'all
off. They have the fucking manga. The manga makes them a shit fucking money.
If One Piece becomes seasonal, it will fall off.
It would not fall off. If One Piece had a seasonal anime, it literally nobody would ever complain about it.
The current animation and the current anime right now is what is making it mainstream. If One Piece, silence.
Silence.
You're telling me if One Piece was seasonal and Oda was also going on break every other week, that One Piece would not fall off?
No, it would not fall off.
I disagree.
I totally do not think it would fall off at all.
That is
if One Piece was seasonal, it would not fall off.
Okay. Right.
If One Piece was fans have been begging for seasonal.
Okay.
Fans have literally been begging for seasonal. I think the anime adaptation is just not that good. I'm sorry, I had to watch like 3 ass episodes in a row waiting for them to save budget for the 5 elders. I want them to give that the same amount of fucking like frames and attention and composition that they do when they have fucking Akira Oda come and fucking
so you're
draw.
Telling me that you're telling me if they do 12 like some shit like 12 episodes like a fucking year, that's what you prefer?
1,000%. Like no doubt in my mind, 1,000%.
If they do that at this point, would still be on Thriller Bark.
No, we wouldn't.
If they do 12 episodes a year.
If they were doing seasonal right now,
we wouldn't even be on time skip yet.
No, we probably would have finished Wano. They would be Wano waiting for Egghead to finish. No, actually, just kidding. Egghead finished. Egghead finished. They would probably be animating Egghead at this point right now. And they probably
be animating like Return to Sabaody right now.
If they were doing 12 episodes a year, they'd be on Egghead.
They would be on like at maximum Return to Sabaody.
It would be 1 arc per season, and it would depend. It would be about 12 to 24 per season.
But they would not squeeze the entire arc into 12 episodes.
Yes, they would. Hello? Have you not seen people like do the actual count of pacing to One Piece right now? If like One Piece had like JJK pacing, which JJK does like 3 to 4 chapters an episode, it would be like One Piece would be like 250 episodes like of the entire thing. That's 25 episodes a year.
Even the One Piece shit is still like a hell of episodes.
Yeah, One Piece, when it went to Dressrosa, they still had to cut down. They can't necessarily do like a 1-to-1 chapter to anime adaptation because this thing is so slow with like Dressrosa. Some of the composition that they have to like edit for One Piece has to do with the stuff that's anime. They're not like reanimating new material. So the stuff that's slow and they're talking important dialogue, they still have to keep it.
Match the pacing of the manga.
Yes, but they still like they can't speed up like if characters are talking and they stretch over dialogue over a period of time in order to like get the pacing to like be slow.
I mean, but dialogue
because they did, like,
why are you
doing all this mental Olympics and all this gymnastics and all this shit just to hate?
I'm not. I'm saying I would so much rather prefer. I'm just giving my opinion. It's not hating. I'm just saying that I would so much rather prefer a seasonal One Piece. And One Piece would not be all the way in Return to fucking Sabaody right now. No, wouldn't. Do the math. Do the math. How many episodes?
No. You said do the math. I'll do the math. Okay. So you said that 12. So seasonal is what? How many episodes?
Like 4 episodes. 4 episodes. Even some of the like solo leveling.
So there is So let's say up to episode. Let's say up to chapter. What? Let's just say 1100. 1100 divided by 4.
No, not 4 episodes. 1100 divided by like 25. Oh wait, no, just kidding. 1100 divided by 4. Yes, because that's how many episodes would be with the adaptation.
So that'd be 275 episodes in total so far.
Yes.
And then we divide that by that's going to be 12 episodes per season, right?
It would be more like 12 to like 25 episodes per season because it would depend on the length of the arc that they would put it down to. Like how Wano's like 150 chapters or whatever. They would do like the entirety of Wano in like one season.
There's 312 episodes in One Piece.
How much like My Hero Academia, how many episodes are in My Hero? Right now, that came out. Like 150, 160? And it's been seasonal? When did My Hero start?
So if they started animating it in the way that you're saying it, it would take 23 years for them to be up to episode 1100.
From the start. Yeah, and when did One Piece start? 1997.
Yeah, but they would They wouldn't start doing it seasonal from the beginning, from like the
if
literal.
They did it, that's what I'm saying. If they did it seasonal from the beginning.
But
Yeah, it would be 23 years to adaptate it. It would be the same thing. They would just wait.
Be doing it seasonal from 1999 because no anime was seasonal during that time.
No, I'm just saying if it was seasonal,
starting at maybe 2010, maybe 2015, maybe.
Yeah, if it was seasonal, okay, but then it still would be the same thing. It still would be at the literal same point that they are now, except they wouldn't be animating again until the whole thing was done. Yes, it would. You said 23 years. You said 23 years.
If we started at 2010. 2010.
What episode?
22 is what?
2010. What episode came out in 2010?
Plus 22 years is what?
What? Why would they start doing One Piece from the beginning again in 2010?
When they would start doing seasonal.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see what part we were up to in 2010.
Marineford. It would be the same amount of time.
Dude, you're doing all this.
I'm not. I'm just correct.
Just the hate.
I'm not. I'm just. How is saying? Okay, then how is saying seasonal?
So we can go to the next topic.
How is saying seasonal that I want to hate? How is saying I want it to be seasonal hating? How is saying that I want?
You're doing all this negotiation just because you don't want to say that the Bonding Gear 5 shit was good.
How am I saying that I want the One Piece adaptation?
Because
to be
you're doing all this negotiation just to say that the Bonding Gear 5
I did not like the panel.
I mean, Bonding Gear 5 is.
I did not like the way they adapted the panel at all. I did not like that episode.
And there was nothing wrong with it. And you're just saying,
in your opinion, yes. In your opinion, yes. It wasn't. You liked it. I didn't. I hated it.
Okay, so you're hating.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm hating because I want the One Piece, the manga that I think is like the best manga on the planet.
You're hating because you're saying that something was bad, but you can't even make a coherent argument about why it was bad.
I literally just made the argument why it was bad.
You made so many things that don't make any sense, Benerty.
To you! To me, that's why I don't like it.
Jared, who do you agree with?
I don't want to say it.
To me, that's why.
You don't want to say it because you know that.
No,
he's allowed to have one. He's allowed. I don't care if he agrees with me or not.
I mean, you are kind of complaining about like a one-to-one comparison.
Exactly.
What?
Did you guys watch the episode?
Yes.
You watched the whole episode.
Not the whole episode, but I watched the. I watched.
You don't even watch it, and you're saying you liked it.
I watched the whole episode. But I watched clips of it, and I thought it was good.
You think there's nothing wrong with the pacing in the One Piece anime at all?
I did not say there's nothing wrong with the pacing. I said the scene that you're complaining about, there's nothing wrong with that.
You think there's nothing wrong with the pacing in the One Piece anime at all?
That's not what I said.
You think there's nothing wrong with the toei animation adaptation at all?
That's not what I said. I said that two things. I said there's nothing wrong with the scene that you showed, and two, that y'all do this thing where every time you see something you don't like, you start blaming the animators and you start blaming the company as if that's not the shit that your fucking writer wrote.
That is the shit that the writer wrote, absolutely. I want an anime adaptation like Solo Leveling has, like My Hero Academia has, where they're getting 4 chapters.
So then tell your writer he's booty cheeks. Like, what?
How does the writer have anything to do with Toei Animation's bad pacing?
Because brother.
How does Toei Animation have anything to do?
Because Toei Animation is adapting what the writer created.
How does that have to do with
the pace that it's coming out?
What does that have to do with the bad pacing of Toei's? Why does Toei have bad pacing? Is it because
Toei has bad pacing because they're animating it at the speed that the series is coming out?
Yes.
Because the fans will cry if they don't have an anime.
So how does that have to do with Oda's? What does that have to do with Oda's writing?
Because the company is adapting what is in the manga, and whenever the company adapts what's in the manga, you see something you don't like, and I'm not saying you, I'm saying One Piece fans in general. They start saying Toei does X, Y, and Z instead of saying One Piece manga does X, Y, and Z.
Because I liked it, I loved it in the manga. I hated it when the anime. Why do you think I hated it in the anime instead of the manga?
Because you want to obfuscate the criticism to the animators instead of criticizing your series.
I loved the writing and the story moment, and I loved the implications of Bonnie seeing Gear 5 for the first time. I loved it. That in the manga, it was amazing writing, and it turned and put a bow on the Kuma flashback for me. Why do you think I didn't like it when Toei did it?
Because you're a hater! That's what I've been saying this whole time!
I'm a hater of One Piece, or I'm a hater of Toei Animation?
You're a hater of Toei.
Yes, 100%. Yes, absolutely.
And that's not fair to the company.
Why? Why do I have to suck off $1 billion fucking company because their anime adaptation is bad? How's that not fair?
Company.
What? So or a multi-million-dollar fucking corporation. Why do I have to suck off to it? Why do I have to?
I'm saying that in the same way that y'all were saying that anybody who says that certain scenes were over animated and they didn't like it are hating. You're literally doing that exact same shit right now.
I love when Toei over animate shit. I love it when they take their own stuff and they spin it into like actually getting all of their good directors to work on shit. I want them to do it with every single moment in One Piece, and I want One Piece to go seasonal so that moment would have composition like Akihiro Oda gave Kizaru versus Luffy.
Okay,
that's
so
my
when people
problem.
when people say that they don't like when they make scenes overly excessive with overly flashing lights and colors and extend the scenes so much so that it's not capturing the same vibe as it is in the manga, and they say they don't like that, they like a more accurate adaptation. You say it's hating, but then when they give you an accurate adaptation and then you don't like it, and
It's
I
not
say it's
accurate.
hating, then there's an
That's
issue.
not accurate to me. That's not accurate to me.
Damned
That's
if
not
you
what
do,
I want it
damned
to
if you
be.
don't.
I want it to come to life. I want my animation to come to life. That's what I want people to do.
And it did come to life.
I think it's hating when people are looking at a manga and they're not. The animators are bringing it to life more than what the manga did, and people are turning around and being like, "Ew, gross." You're watching animation. You're not watching fucking manga panels be put on the screen and characters moving statically. I want animation. If I wanted
watching
to
them adapt exactly what Oda did, and it's a problem.
yes,
But
absolutely.
they did it exactly how he did it.
Because I don't want to see a manga page be put onto my screen for like fucking 30 seconds and Luffy just moving statically across the sky. I'm watching animation! If I just wanted to see the fucking panel, I'd read the manga!
Wait, do you remember the, I think we talked about it last time a little bit. Do you remember the Lemillion versus Overhaul fight?
I do, that shit was
Do you remember the second half of the fight when they just started flashing the panels across the
I
screen?
just watched it.
It wasn't actual movement. It just like came up. It was like one scan would be him catching Eri, and then another one would be like him getting stabbed, and then but it was just like photos. Did you have a problem with that?
Not like a problem, but it did stick out where I was like, why are they not animating these characters move? But it was so fast, and it was like 15 seconds where I was like, this is, it's not like crazy taking me away or out of this fight, but like, again, that's also, my hero doesn't have a pacing problem, so when they did it, it was like a 15-second interlude, and it didn't take me out of the fight. I wasn't like, it's kind of, why is this lasting on my screen for 2.5 fucking minutes? Like, it was a second, and then that was it, and then they just moved back on, and then they showed fucking Deku versus Overhaul, like, right after that, and that shit was peak. That's what, I don't care when they do it, and it's flashing for like 10 seconds, because that was part of the story moment for me. That kept me in the story. One Piece and Toei's pacing.
You just don't like it when Toei does it because you're a hater.
I don't like when Toei does it because Toei's pacing's fucking ass.
And whose fault is that?
Toei's. 100%.
It's Toei. So it's Toei's fault that they're adapting it at the pace that the manga's coming out.
Yes. They don't have to do that. Nobody's forcing them to do that. Nobody's forcing them to go weekly. They're like the only anime out that's weekly right now. Nobody's forcing them to do that.
But then wait, remember, because then he said if they're not weekly and if they go seasonal,
it's gonna
and
fall
he thinks
off.
it would fall off.
If you think it would fall off, that's fine. I don't care if it falls off. I'd get a good anime adaptation.
I mean, if it falls off, they stop making it because it's not making money, and then you don't get an anime adaptation.
But that just makes no sense. What, like, anime has fallen off?
And then you cry and say that, Toei is so trash.
What popular anime has fallen off when they went from weekly to seasonal?
When they went from weekly to season.
Because no popular anime has gone weekly for like their entire run for like 20 plus years, and then randomly just went to seasonal out of nowhere.
That's crazy. Is Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War that's coming out?
Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War ended, Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War ended, and then they started a whole separate thing.
That Bleach, the whole regular of Bleach came out, and then they decided to go to Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War and did seasonal.
They also had a 10-year break.
Bleach weekly, stop one day, and then one day just switch to seasonal. No, the anime ended, and then 1,000 Year Blood War.
What do you think is giving Bleach more money when they did weekly or seasonal?
It's not because of weekly or seasonal. The reason why is because of the quality of the current animation.
And why is the quality better? Why is the quality and the pacing better?
If you say that the amount of money that Bleach was making during the Big 3 era was probably a lot more than it's making now. So
why is the quality in the animation better? Besides the obvious, which is time has just gone on.
Time and technology.
Why is the pacing better?
Time, technology, and talent.
The pacing's better because of time, technology, and talent, or the fact that
the pacing is better because the manga is over.
And they went seasonal.
And the manga is over.
And they went seasonal.
So they don't need to adapt.
There's no filler.
So they don't need to adapt at the pace the manga's
seasonal.
coming out because the manga is over.
Demon Slayer seasonal, why is it not falling off?
Demon Slayer seasonal, why is it not falling off? Because nobody cares about Demon Slayer story-wise. People just want to see pretty colors.
Attack on Titan seasonal, and they waited.
Do you watch Demon Slayer for super in-depth characters and super intense storylines?
No, not at all.
No, you want to see pretty colors and niggas fighting. That's it.
Attack on Titan went seasonal and took 12 years to finish 130 fucking chapters. Why did it not fall off?
Because Attack on Titan, also nobody would ever. A lot of people also didn't like that adaptation too, because the way they were dragging shit and doing part 3, the final part, the final saga of the final season, of the final episode, of the final parts,
half a part.
But it didn't fall off.
The finale, the finale of the final movie.
And I didn't fucking like that either. It didn't fall off. Why didn't it fall off? Even though they went seasonal, it took 12 years to finish. Why not?
Because people were liking the manga and the story and the writing, and they didn't really care that much about the animation.
Repeat that. People were liking the what?
The manga and the story, and they didn't care about the animation.
So do you think that if One Piece went seasonal, the highest selling manga in the fucking history of the planet,
it would fall off?
Yes. You think?
Yes, and the reason why I'm saying that is because One Piece recently has One Piece becoming mainstream is a recent phenomenon. So if we're looking at this trajectory that's going like this within the last 5 years, and we just cut it off, right? How in the world does that make any financial sense?
It would be because
remember in anime is an advertisement for the manga. So if it's making money, and that's why they're doing the live action, that's why they're doing the remake, that's why they're doing the anime right now, because it's an advertisement for the manga. So all this shit that they're doing is building momentum, especially now that all the other series in the big 3 are over or irrelevant. Now it's like the main focus is One Piece right now with the current animation and the current anime coming out on a weekly schedule. Now so many new fans can come into it, even with the people who are just starting at Wano or at Egghead. So it's building up that momentum and driving more people to the manga and driving more sales. If they take their main form of advertisement for the manga and just stop for months and months at a time, that upward trajectory is going to stop.
They did that. They went on a 6-month hiatus.
Yes, if they do that every single year, it's going to affect the series substantially.
You think the One Piece fans were not?
And they were releasing episodes of fucking Fishman Island while they were doing that.
You give people time to catch up and actually watch the show instead of feeling like it's gonna keep on going forever and there's never gonna be enough time to catch up. You give the fans, the current fans who are actually watching Toei's horrible pacing, you give them the anime excitement to actually look forward to the seasonal every single year. Like how everybody was counting down when it came off a hiatus.
That's not gonna happen because most people are watching the current stuff right now because of how good the animation is, and also because it's trendy. Y'all can say that I'm yapping, I'm coming, but a huge part of it is the current animation and because it's trendy. If you stop the animation right now, the trend is going to die, and a lot of people are not going to switch to the manga. It's just not going to happen. Most people don't read, so they're not going to switch to the manga. It's just going to be a whole bunch of people who would have been pouring their money into the series not doing it. So it's going to financially affect the series. So. And affect its popularity, and all those people are going to switch to, I don't know, Lord of the Mysteries or whatever the fuck is currently going on, or Don. I don't know what the fuck other mid series is coming out right now, but that.
My thing is, there's literally just no.
You have too much faith. You have way too much faith, and you have way too much faith in your fandom, and I think that
I have zero faith in the One Piece fandom
because I think you're like most people are just like what is popping off right now, and that's what they're gonna invest in. So why would they cut off Why would they cut off what's popping off right now? It's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. It would be better for the diehards who want to see super intense awesomeness, but for most people, it's it's good. If it's good enough, it's good enough.
Sure, but Solo Leveling hit skyrocket fucking insane Crunchyroll breaking popularity in season 2. That's a seasonal fucking anime. It just makes no sense what you're saying.
And now who's talking about and right now who's talking about Solo Leveling?
Nobody, but people are gonna
exactly.
It's about when you stretch it out over like how many people watch it over like a year versus like when it comes out in those 24 or 12 episodes at that time, you're gonna make the same amount of money because it's all of those eyes are gonna be focused on it. It's not just gonna be like the weekly watchers. Like Burns, would you be more inclined to watch One Piece, like to watch an episode like Beru versus Jinwoo or whatever, like some crazy ass fight got animated or adapted inside of One Piece? Would you be more inclined to watch it if it's like all of the episodes fucking look like that, it's for the whole episode, or like it was the 2-minute clips where you have to go on Crunchyroll and watch it off of YouTube? Obviously, you're gonna watch it more if it's seasonal, but the YouTube clips, like, unless it's Crunchyroll paying it, some douchebag is gonna post about it, and it's not necessarily making, like, toei that money. It's all of them, it's gonna make the same amount of money. It's just in a more condensed time period. Like, and if it doesn't, if it falls off a little bit, and if it falls off a little bit, that's fine. I don't necessarily
But it's not
care.
fine. It's fine to you because you're the fan. It's not fine to the company who's
Fuck the company.
spending $100,000 per episode.
But is that what I need to look forward to as an anime? Is the fact that they're giving me like a kind of shit anime adaptation to make themselves more money, rather than give me the anime adaptation that everybody else wants?
I'm saying it's not shit. I'm saying it's decent enough. And like
I don't want decent enough.
Way worse than it actually is.
Yeah, but I don't want that. Why the fuck would I want that? Why the fuck would I want, like, oh, it's okay, it could be worse, this anime adaptation's mid. I want what the Solo Leveling fans are getting. That's what I fucking want. I want what the My Hero fans are getting. That's what I fucking want. I don't want seasonal. I mean, I don't want fucking one chapter an episode. Fucking Dressrosa was 0.5 chapters a fucking episode of an adaptation. I don't want this adaptation is okay. This is my favorite manga ever. This is the best story to me I've ever read in my life. I want the adaptation to match that and to actually bring it to fucking life when I'm watching it. Not to have drawn out sequences of fucking Marines running for 3 minutes in the adaptation like they did the episode before. I don't want to see Luffy bouncing when he transforming to Gear 5 for 4 minutes. That's why I didn't like the fucking whole point, is because the build-up was just so like, get this over with, where's the panel? Oh, that panel was like, it was fine. And then move on. The panel, the adaptation was fine. They did what they need to do. They didn't add anything extra. They do when they're focused, when they're locked in, when they have all of their art directors on an episode because a fight is happening. I don't want the fights just to have that. I want the story moments. That Bonnie moment was really fucking important to me, and seeing it not get a great adaptation, it was just they did what they needed to do. It's the manga panel. Whoopee. Instead of adding fucking extra shit like they do on the yes, they're not. They're just going for mid. And if we turn around and they're like, oh, this was okay, we're allowed to have it be okay, they're never gonna want to strive for more because they don't have to. We watch the fucking shit-ass episodes with the shit-ass things because they're gonna give us 2 minutes of fucking Luffy clapping Saturn and he's all around.
Definition of shit-ass, like you're saying, they're taking something that's decent and saying it's and being like, oh, this is like a shit-ass. Like I just don't agree with that. And like,
does it even matter? I feel at this point everyone's gonna eat it up anyways. Like why?
Exactly.
Why would no? Okay, so yeah, why would they bother trying to improve it, going above expectations regardless if everyone's just gonna eat up the fucking slop anyways,
exactly.
Whether everybody agrees that it's slop or
They're not.
or whether it's mid or peak. Most people are not gonna stop or give a shit. Most people just want to watch the show to the end. They don't care what's getting put in it. They need to see it through. We're 2.5 decades into it. No one right now is gonna want to drop that shit if something like looks a little bad or doesn't make the most sense.
You're
just not realistic.
You're 1,000% right. So they can continue on the episodes where a fight's not happening to put out like mid animation, to put out okay fucking shit, to put out bad sound effects and stretched out
God tier animation for talking scenes.
One Piece
like,
has been eating for animation.
What like I'm just not understanding.
It's not even just for talking scenes. It's the fact that the pacing is so drawn out that, like, instead of the past 3 episodes or 4 episodes being 1 episode, and then you actually can focus on, like, the characterization moments and give me fucking, like, characterization for Luffy up in the sky like that, and give me, you know, more texture and all that, like those art directors do on the fights. I had to watch it for 3 fucking episodes. I had to waste 3 weeks of my fucking life on the same drawn out shit, watching a whole like 30 minutes of stretched out extra paneling because the pacing's fucking bad. Like, I don't want that. I don't know what's wrong with me saying that I don't want that.
You were able to deal with it for the last 1,000 episodes, so I don't know.
It's definitely, you can deal with it more when you're binge watching it, for sure. When I'm binge watching it, like, it's definitely more, like, palpable. When I'm watching weekly, it's one of the most horrendous things, like, to look at, because fucking the pacing getting stretched out like that. Like, even if it's a bad show getting adapted, I don't have to watch stretched out fucking, like, running scenes for 10 minutes an episode. 11:37 or whatever it was, 11:38, the first half of the episode, they just replayed the Kuma flashback in different lighting, and they did not give us new material until minute, like, 13. That's not good. That's awful. That's awful to me. That's bad. That's not even, like, mid. That's bad. That's lazy. And they're not going to do anything about it because One Piece is making them a fuckload of money anyway. So they don't care. I, as a fan, want more. Am I still going to watch it? Of course I am. I don't think there's anything wrong with me criticizing that panel in the way that it was adapted or that episode.
No.
We're jacking up the panel, too.
I don't agree, but okay.
Then that's fine. It's your prerogative. You can fucking not agree. I don't give a fuck.
No,
Nah, it doesn't really sound like you don't give a fuck.
you sound very.
Sound like you give many fucks.
I give
a lot
0
of
fucks. I just give no fucks. So.
That's not true. that's not true, gang. Yeah, I see you smiling. You give a shit. You give...
Have whatever you want. Call me a hater. I'm the biggest One Piece glazer fucking on planet Earth, bro. Like, if I can't have my opinions, like, actually criticizing it, then I guess we're just in the you gotta fucking.
No, I guess you're just not a real fan.
You gotta take the jizz on your face, the good, the bad too, and just like suck off whatever's in front of you, bro. And
I don't know if I'm familiar.
Not criticize.
I think I'm familiar with these sayings, with these metaphors.
Yeah,
is that the hour?
That's the hour, bro. All right, thank y'all so much for joining in. I appreciate y'all so much. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok, all up here. Y'all type.
Nurking salty, but all good.
What's that?
You're salty.
But it's all good.
I will see you guys next week. We will all see you. Deuces. Peace out.